Nick speaking, and welcome to this video. Right, here we go, having a look at a different building of mine. This time it's a 3-level one. So yeah, it's good to have good variation, 1, 2, 3 levels. I wouldn't recommend 4 levels. I don't have a 4-level building myself, but my buddy does, and to be honest, we don't really go up to the 4th level, so I'd stick with 3 levels if I was you. And the other thing I want to sort of bring to your attention is that you don't necessarily have to follow the rules in the rulebook. You can make up your own rules, don't be afraid to do that. And I've got my own rules on this one because in the current rulebook, basically you can walk through any wall to get into the building. But I want a bit of variety on my table, so I have my own rule for this building here, where you can't pass through this section basically. So from this piece here right the way down and right the way around this corner to here, you can't get through, you have to walk around. I think it gives a bit of variety, and as long as both players know the rules, then that's fine. I mean, that's no problem. And that's one reason why I've got this door closed. And just for reference, the boards that my building are on here, what I've got is basically a 1-inch gap from the edge of the building to the edge of the board, and that's on all of them. And the reason for that is the buildings aren't supposed to be any closer than 2 inches, so if you put the two boards together, there's a 2-inch gap in between them, which makes life a lot easier. So that's why I've got the board, and that's why it's all angled, so everything here is 1 inch. Okay, so let's turn this building around, have a closer look. Obviously I've got my usual glass in the windows here. There you go, piece there. Now on the other side, as I said, this is a 3-level one, and I've got this nice little sort of cutout here. Again, I've got the ladders just to make it a bit more believable, and all the struts in there as well, giving you lots of places to stand, which is really good. And again, got another 2 levels here, and then I've got a ladder. So you have to remember that things like ladders, they don't have to be where the buildings would have originally have had ladders. I mean, on this building, my army, or my men, have put this ladder here so they can get up and get onto both. This is done after the building was exploded. And the other thing which I'd like to do in my buildings is I'd like to have a footing for the building. So I know if I'm inside the building or outside the building, which could be quite useful if it's when you've got a score by being inside the building. Here I've used some of the offcuts just to basically make it look as if it was that section there. There's a few bits left just to bring the footing up. And then here where I ran out of bits, I just used a couple of the prongy bits, those. Got a couple of those sticking out of the ground there, and then I put this razor wire across. So basically if you're inside of the razor wire, you're inside the building, and then on outside of the building. Got a little bolter on there, just of extra detail. And that is pretty much it. So in case you're wondering how I've painted these buildings, what I did is I sprayed them first with rough coats, then I undercoated them black, and I sprayed them with random sprays of 3 different browns and a grey, just like I did my cardboard tube terrain or my 90-second terrain video that I've got up. And then from after that I made up my own washes. This one's got like a brownie wash. I didn't wash the building in totally, I just did it in patches. And then a couple of dry brushes of chainmail and bolt gun metal, a little final highlight of mithril silver. And then these edges here, these like burnt edges, they're dry brushed scorched brown, and then right on the very edge they're dry brushed black, just to give that like burny effect. That's it. That was the finished look really, and you can see I've got the variation on the floor of those different colours just to make it sort of blend through really. Okay, so that's that building. This is probably my biggest building, certainly the footing of it. And again, it's good to have variation, nice small buildings, big buildings, just to vary things up really. Okie dokie, that's that video. We've got one more building to have a look at, and that will be in the next video.